So hello friends, welcome back, and in this video we are going to see another problem. So it is the version 1 of this problem. In the next video we will have the version 2, which is a slightly modified and a slightly harder one, like having good cases and you need to visualize a bit more. So starting with the easy one, it says that we have a brick wall of size 4 cross n, right? You can say a grid of size 4 cross n, and then you have a tile of size 4 cross 1. So like you can have like this, like it has 4 cells, right? And each cell is of width 1, right? Now we need to find out total number of ways to arrange this tile on the grid wall, right? So like if you go on approaching this problem, so the first thing, if you want to place this on your grid wall, so the first thing you will think, okay, either I should place it vertically or I should place it horizontally. Okay, so if you place it vertically, then what will happen, and if you place it horizontally, then what will happen? So before going on to what will happen, the first thing which you spoke was either I can place it vertically or I can place it horizontally. So my emphasis on or was that I will find out the ways of placing it vertically, that if I place it vertically, so what are the number of ways I can obtain, and I will add those ways with the ways I will obtain by placing it horizontally. Now let's see with the figure that if I have this grid right here, and if I represent my variable as f of n, that okay, f of n indicates the number of ways of placing my tile on this grid. So yeah, now the first option is I can place it vertically. So if I place it vertically, so what will happen is that it will occupy one column and 4 rows, as you can see here. Now the problem is reduced to a problem that I need to find out my number of ways of placing my tile on this n-1 column grid, which means that 4 rows and n-1 columns. So if anyhow I can find the answer for this, which is f of n-1, because as you can see that one column is removed. Now okay, like I will have this answer with me. If anyhow I can find the answer for the other one, then I will add those answers to obtain the answer for f of n. Now the another option was I can place it horizontally. So if I place my horizontally, then see, now if I place it horizontally, after that you can say that okay, Aryan, why not you place another one vertically above it? So see, if I place it horizontally, then my number of rows remaining are 3, right? And to place another one above it vertically, I need 4 rows, right? But it is only having 3. So to place, like if I place my one horizontally, so I have to place other 3 also horizontally. Thus my sequence will look something like this, like horizontal here, horizontal here, horizontal here, horizontal here, right? Now the problem is reduced to a problem that it is this, which means that as you can see that my 4 columns are utilized and remaining columns are n-4. So my problem is reduced to a problem of f of n-4. Now as I said that either I can place it vertically or I can place it horizontally. So if I place it vertically and horizontally and I have those ways in f of n-1 and f of n-4, then I can add those ways because I placed my OR sign here, right? So I can add those ways to obtain the answer for f of n. So now you have reached your recurrence relation, which is f of n equal to f of n-1 plus f of n-4. Very fine. Now, as you can see here, I also showed that the remaining problem is like this and the remaining problem for this is like this. And for those, I have found out my recurrence relation and I added those to obtain my recurrence relation finally. Now comes the base case part. I have always said to you that think of the base case like, okay, at what valid value of n I would be easily able to find my answer, which means that think that if I place my 1 as the n, like say you need to think that okay, if I run the loop, then at what stage, like the stage at which it will not verify, I should say, the answer, which means that if I place 1, so my f of it will go to -3, So yeah, I cannot place it as a main case, so I need to place it as a base case. Okay, my n equal to 2, then if I place it, so it will go -2, which is also not good, so I will also place it as a base case. N equal to 3, then I will place it, okay, it is fine, but it will go to -1, which is also not good, so it is also a base case. N equal to 4, then it will be something good, it will be f of 0. So either I can place f of 0 as a base case, or I can place n equal to 4 as a base case. But if I place n equal to 0 as a base case, then I clearly know that my grid will be like something, right? It will not be of n equal to 0. So I will place my n equal to 4 as a base case, rather n equal to 0 as a base case. Although you can have 0 as well, but it is basically preferred to have a valid base cases, which can be included in your answer as well. So yeah, these would be your base cases. Now, as you can see that for n equal to 1, you have, see, n equal to 1, which means that you have only this. So you can only place one tile here. So it's a one way. If n equal to 2, then also you can place vertically only. So it's also a one way. For n equal to 3, 1 2 3, you can also place vertically. So it's also a one way. So as you can see that for n equal to 1, 2 or 3, my return case would be 1 only. Now you might think that for n equal to 4, what will happen? For n equal to 4, see, n equal to 4. So as I showed you that I can place it horizontally. So if I place it horizontally, so I have to place all other horizontally as well. So it's a one way. Or if I place it vertically, 1 2 3 4, yeah, so I need to place my others vertically as well, because after that I cannot place anyone horizontal, because it needs at least 4 cells to place. So for n equal to 4, either I can place all horizontally or all vertically, so it's a two way. So these would be the base cases, and these it's a recurrence relation. So like it's exactly same as Fibonacci series I taught you in the lecture 3 or 2, I guess. So I hope that by now you should be able to write its code, and the efficient ones as well, because like it has been I guess 4 videos that I have been teaching the problems related to it. The main part is not to write the code after this, because after this that you have written the code many times, but the main part was to figure out the recurrence relation and the base case. So I hope that you guys must have understood that, okay, how I thought of, like I had two options in mind, right? Vertically or horizontally. So how I thought of vertically, horizontally, and how I made my recurrences out of that thinking. So I guess that you guys must have understood it, okay, how to find the recurrence relation and the base cases. So in the next video we will see another modified, like here we had for 4 cross n, right? Next would we have for n cross m. So it would be a much deeper thinking problem for you, like a slightly harder version of this. So yeah, let's see you in the next video. Until then, be happy and keep coding. Bye.